I went to Chanel and got the new powder blush, so let's swatch it today. So I went to the Chanel makeup counter and I saw this new blush, which is a matte lavender blush. I wasn't gonna buy it, but then the SA there was really good and she started trying makeup on me, so I walked away with this and also the lip and cheek balm. This blush is limited edition. In the box there are 2 pouches, so the smaller pouch is actually for the brush. The brush looks like this. It's a flat brush, which we will use in the video today. And in the other pouch is the blush itself. I was going to avoid saying the name because I think I'm just going to mispronounce it, but it is the Les Terrots de Chanel matte powder blush in color lavender. So purple blushes and purple makeup seem to be all the rage now. When I saw this, honestly, I was not very tempted to get it, because firstly the color looks really pale in the pan, and after the whole YSL debacle with their new lavender blush, which people say is not inclusive, I actually wasn't gonna pick this up, like I said, because look at the color. It's really pale and I didn't think it was gonna suit my skin because I'm not very fair. It's got the embossing of some cards with a number 5 on it, and of course once you start using this blush, the embossing is just gonna go. So like I said, I wasn't gonna buy this because just looking at the color, I didn't think it would work for me, but then the SA taught me how to use this, so I'm gonna show you guys today. I also got the lip and cheek balm. This is actually my second pot. I can't remember the color of the first pot that I bought, but this one is in number 9 purple energy. So this is the color in the pot. It's a very gorgeous cool toned purple plummy pink. I was actually going to pick up the color number 2, which is really popular, but the SA told me it wouldn't suit my slightly tan skin, and she recommended this because this being cool toned would also match with the new blush that I got. So I've done the rest of my makeup. I'm just going to use my fingers to put this blush on and we'll see how it goes. It's really pigmented. I'm a bit scared, to be honest. I'm just gonna dab it on. For those of you who don't have this pot, it's a little bit sticky because it is also meant for the lips. This is actually the first time I'm using it on my cheeks because it does contain some oil in it, which typically doesn't react very well with my skin. I think that turned out quite nice. I'm actually just using very little product just because it's so pigmented, but it seems to work. So I'm just gonna do the other side. I love multitasking makeup where I can just use my fingers, and I like that I can use this on both my lips and my cheeks and have matching colors on the areas. Actually, has anyone tried applying this pot with a brush? Because it's quite sticky, so I don't really know how that will glide on with the brush. So this is how the balm looks on my cheeks. It's really pretty actually. I think the SA did a good job recommending a color. Right, now we get to this blush. If you're wondering how to use this like me, so basically the SA at Chanel told me that you don't actually use this as a blush on its own. If you have very fair skin, you can probably do that because it will show up on your skin, but anything slightly darker than fair, she recommended using this as a topper on top of your blush. So it's not really a blush per se, especially for mid to darker skin tones, but you can use this to sort of brighten the cheek area and make it pop. So I'm just going to use this brush that came with it to put the product on. Honestly, I don't like the flat brushes that come with their products. I much rather have... Ooh, that's too much. I much rather have a round brush to dab it on. So she told me just to take a little bit and then just pat it on the cheek. I'm just going to put it on one side and we can compare how much brightening it gives. So I'm just going to dab it on. I'm nervous. I hope this works because in store it actually looked really good. I hope it's not just the lighting that tricked me. In the store, the SA actually used their blush brush to apply this, which I think is actually much better. Like this flat brush is quite difficult to pat product on with. So this product being a matte finish, you're not going to expect anything really obvious or glittery, or it's not really a highlighter. She said it's just meant to sort of accentuate and maybe plump up sunken areas. The sun's coming in a bit now, which is really untimely, but can you see the difference? So this is the side where I put the powder and this is without. In person, there is a slight brightening effect to this part of my cheek where I dab the powder as compared to this. So now I'm just going to put it on the other side to balance it out. Now I'm just going to finish off by putting the same balm on my lips. So this is the final look, guys. I really love the colors on my face right now. I would definitely recommend this balm in number 9 purple energy. As for the blush, I don't think it's a must buy. The difference it makes to your makeup is very subtle, so it definitely falls in the nice to have category. See you next time, guys.